you know, here in the Philippines, it's hard to recruit, very hard to recruit. You know that because of those economical reason. Um Sometimes in the order of the Knights of Rizal, uh, you have to follow the protocols. You have to follow the protocols and being persuasive, more passionate. We do our best to invite people to join the order.
Mhm. Now, do you have a favorite? Uh, the Knights of Rizal has a lot of activities. I know that we are mandated to observe the martyrdom in December and the birth anniversary in June. Aside from that, do you have any favorite activity of the Knights of Rizal, that an activity that you look forward in doing?
Very nice question, sir. In fact, we had a meeting with my elder brother, also retired officers. We were planning to erect a Rizal monument in front of the new municipal building because it's mandated that every municipality must have a monument of the national hero. And we will shoulder all the expenses there. We will participate in all the financial aspect of erecting that. And we look forward to that. And one more thing, Malolos, a part of history, but we never had a recommendation for the Women of Malolos Award. We want to have a thorough search that we may someday recommend uh, a Malolena to be recommended for that prestigious award.
Now, sir, you mentioned about erecting a statue of Rizal in the municipal building or in the municipal grounds. As a Knight of Rizal, sir, I know you said that you're excited about this activity and you take pride in spearheading this activity. Why do you think, sir, that it's important for Filipinos to see a statue of Jose Rizal in public places?
Well, as I said before in the start of my our conversation, the legacy of the national hero as it started by the founder, the institutionalizing the legacy of uh, reverence to the national hero. And we are obliged to contribute in that small, a little endeavor. Although we will finance that, we will try all our best so that we make also a little contribution. Aside from the national law, Republic Act, and the one Malolos City Ordinance, is quite rewarding to have a contribution on the city of Malolos and also on the legacy of the national hero. And we just talked about it yesterday. Um, my body talked to the city administrator about our plans and said, and they are all okay on our plans. They want it because they have chosen us to initiate, to spearhead. So we have to do what we can do best
Mhm.
for the city of Malolos and for the national. It's not only for the city of Malolos, but for our national hero. It's all about Rizal. It's not about me. It's not about the Knights. It's about Rizal. It's only the centerpiece is Rizal. We are only instrumentalities in propagating that legacy.
Now, sir, I wanted to ask you, what do you actually do? What steps do you have to take to erect a statue of Jose Rizal? I mean, where do you buy the statue? How much it is it, and who do you contact?
So the my daddy was a former craftsman. Can build jewelry, stuff like that, monuments, cash. He has the knowledge on that. He's a businessman, been involved in that kind of crop. So it's not a problem for us. The only problem is financing it. But it's not just much. Anybody can, all of us can contribute.
So
Those are bigger.
very nice.
No
Very nice.
problem with the erection. No problem with the economics of that project. Everything can be done because we share.
All you have to do is talk to the right people to get the okay, the authorization to erect the.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a lot of
Other,
the craftsmen around Malolos.
very nice.
Even in
And
Pampanga and Tarlac, we have people who can do the job.
very nice, very nice. So if ever our brother knights from other uh, places or other countries maybe are would want to have a project like that, as their expression of Rizalism, maybe they can contact. They can go to Malolos and
Yes.
find the craftsman. As you said, there's a lot in Malolos. That's very nice to know, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, in the books of Jose Rizal, the Noli and the Fili, sir, do you have a favorite character in those two books and why?
All of them are fantastic character, but Elias, Elias represent a timeless realm of nationalism. Um, you can see also, you can feel that. Sometimes I'm emotional, especially when I visited the Empress Ground 5 consecutive years. Always that part, the merchant ship Tabo, and the Pasig River always comes in nostalgic feeling. And then every time I come there, I am not happy. I am lonely because very few, rare Filipinos, overseas worker, visitors know the place. Very lonely place.
I know that you was a member of the Manila's Finest, and 3 of your children are in law enforcement. One is a lawyer uh, in the Navy. And do you think, sir, that being a member of the law enforcement, the police, makes it easy to follow the organization, the protocols in the organization, because you understand first, you understand protocols, you understand ranks, you are trained to respect ranks, and trained on procedures, following procedures. Do you think, sir, that your background as a police officer or a background in police officer or law enforcement helps in forming a better chapter?
Yes, of course, because actually all the armed services are disciplined organization. All they have to do is a little more motivation. Uh, each vocation serve a purpose. Any vocation, medical, private businesses, it has a purpose. Now, being in the armed services, the law enforcement, I I made a vow. I made a vow. I was a patrolman then for 6 years. Then I said, when I asked God that, make me an officer and I will commit myself to do right, humane, and pure public service, which I did in my entire career, 30 years. And I never thought this thing that I did is part of the philosophy of Rizal. Give yourself really. just do what is right, enforce the law in a humane treatment, equal justice, not choosy. You know, in the culture in the Philippines, it's more on personality. Now, I may say that being a member of the Lions and Rotary did help me because I'm excluded on political pressure because most of the members are politicians and businessmen. So I uh, I never experienced that. Also, in the night of Rizal, the same thing happened to me because I carry the name of an honorable organization. Um, it's a privilege for anybody to have joined and be a part and motivate and contribute the best way as stated in the philosophy of the national hero.
Now, sir, the Knights of Rizal was started in 1911, and it's 2021 now. It's 110 years since it came about. How do you see the Knights of Rizal, sir, in the future?
Future, changing time in the future, in
How
the
do you see
future,
the Knights of Rizal in 10 years, sir?
10 years, more vibrant, more progressive, more awakened, because technology reaches out. That's like we do now. We have the communication. Even my internet connection is faulty. We can communicate freely. We can talk in a different language. Google do translation, and you can communicate to anybody. In fact, Rizal has given me a large audience, large community to talk to, deal with, and I'm happy. I'm happy for that. Um, Sincerely and honestly, Rizal, because of the love of Rizal, uh, the national hero has bestowed upon me an honor beyond my imagination, and I thank him for that. Very thankful
Well,
for that.
well, definitely, sir. You're a what we say people person. You're a social person. You have not only a member of the Knights of Rizal, you're a member of the Lions, you know, and the Rotary Club. Do you think, sir, that for Knight of Rizal to be successful in the organization, the Knights of Rizal organization, for a knight to be successful in the Knights of Rizal, do you think, sir,
Very successful.
they should be a member should be friendly, a member should be more uh, tolerant of other people?
Rizal teaches us humility and tolerance, and the same thing with other international organizations, even Masons. I got a lot of members. We got a lot of members of Masons. In fact, what I pictured in my Facebook yesterday, the other day, Tuesday, because that was the hometown of my wife. So I saw what the illustrious Mason done to the monument of Rizal. They erected, refurbished it, and that's why I took videos and pictures. So I'm so glad. Um, you cannot connect if you're shy. You cannot connect if you don't have, you're better reserved. You do not share your thought. It's a learning experience. The way you communicate, you express the deep thought of Rizal. And that one thing that I remember, having loved Rizal, having rewarded by Rizal, our national hero. I'm so glad.
Well, it certainly is very nice to meet a Rizalian by heart. It's an honor for me to have been able to interview you, sir. I wanted to ask you, sir, if you had the opportunity to talk to the incoming Supreme Commander, sir, what would you tell him?
Well, to me, it's very, very personal. As a member of the Manila Spinals, I, I wanted the founder be written He's not just a hero, um, as naturally accorded the founder of an immense organization. Um, uh, I've researched some of his background, but it's all negative, some of the part. But there must be someone, even I even asked men of wisdom to write about the founder, not just a founder, but something deeper on the personality and uh, the passion of the founder about the national hero.
Now you're talking about Colonel Torres.
I don't know much about it except that he's a founder.
Mhm.
His pictures is hanging on the wall of the headquarters building, the Manila Police Department. I took pictures of those pictures and researched deeper, but limited literature, only on the case, um, which is very depriving of his honor as a dedicated public servant because of what he did as a Mason and as the one who institutionalized reverence to the national hero. I'm so I pity him because not much is being written about him. Um, I just this is my request, if possible, that well in the Rotary we always talk about the founder. In the Lions we always talk about the founder. In other organizations we always talk about the founder, magnified. What I mean is that a little bit of magnification on the well, I say I not just say the glory of the man because his past history is must be known that he was the man chosen, ordained that the order of the Knight of Rizal, the order ordained the Cavalier, the Rizal was created out from their bosoms. Really touching on that. That make me uh, uh, make my wanted to make that request be
Right.
happen.
So, sir, can you um, tell us about something that happened in the Knights of Rizal, like that was memorable to you, like an assembly that you attended?
That that was in Vigan when the past Supreme Commander Sir Regis Romero uh, made this farewell speech and in tears in the last part of his speech, and everybody was moved, very passionate, and you can feel the spirit of oneness in the order. Everybody felt that, and it was an amazing event where all the brothers uh, uh, united in that occasion. That was fantastic. I cannot forget that because everybody I cried for that, and I said, "You made me cry profusely because you will be touched the way he spoke the language of sincerity. That was very moving. Everybody was touched,
Now,
and
sir,
everybody
do you would you, for the knights who are new in the organization, would you recommend them going to international assemblies or regional assemblies?
that's International Regional Assembly.
Yeah, do you recommend new knights to go to attend assemblies?
Well, overseas assemblies, it will be a bit hard for to convince. Only in local scenario, uh, that is possible. So we have the regional. I conduct also my area commanders uh, conference. Then we have just like a body is a jovial camaraderie of the brotherhood, but not much can afford to travel. going overseas.
But how about, sir, locally? Do you recommend new knights to go to local if they can't afford going to overseas assemblies? Do you recommend new knights or any knight to go to assemblies, either locally or internationally?
Yes, in fact, that was our plan. My plan originally that we must, in in a stable situation, travel and meet all the brothers overseas. I got a lot of invitation in Europe, especially with Sir Carlos Simbilio, and I was busy then. And you know, it's sabi nga ni Rizal, uh, travel is learning. It's very capricious, but it's very rewarding. I learned a
Mhm.
lot traveling.
Mhm. Okay. So you look forward in meeting the Knights of Rizal and fellowshipping with them, in other words, and learn
Sir,
from them.
I would very much like to go and fly over there. Uh, Aside from that, uh, I got relatives over there in San Diego. I mean, I had time to visit.
Yes. Very nice, sir. Now, sir, do you have any last words to the people who are listening to us, KOR Universe, who are listening to us? Do you have any parting words before we conclude?
Well, I live the way naturally. If you want to be effective, share your thoughts, wisdom, the passion, and do it in sincerity. That's the only way. Be honest. Talk honestly. Be sincere. Do best on the things that you love, especially in this endeavor. Every time a knight commit himself, he propagate our national, the idealism of the national hero. He embodies. I embody Rizal. He lives in my body. He's in my heart. That's the best way to do as a noble knight. When I say nobility is something that is sacred, and that's why the royals desire to be knighted. Even they are royal, they are already part of the royal clan because knighthood is very precious to them. I want to thank all the knights in Europe, especially my good friends, Sir Carlos Simbilio, who was a visitor before in the university, and one from the your region, a doctor, and also in the United States, especially Sir Francis Sison. I am so pleased that came to visit me in Kuala Lumpur, and we talked there at the Shangri-La. Very nice meeting. Say hi for me, I said.
I will,
Whenever
sir. I will, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Nanom Miss Moria.
no, Miss Morion.